Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this meeting of the Planning and Environment Committee of Handforth Town Council. Agenda item, I should say that if the fire alarm goes off, it's not a drill, it will be a fire. In which case, please make your way out through the fire doors over there or the way in which you came in and assemble on the car park outside. Do we have any apologies for absence?
No.
Excuse me. Do we have any declarations of interest or requests for dispensation to discuss and vote on a matter in which a member or a co-opted member has a disclosable pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest? So anybody have?
No.
Agenda item 3 is the open forum in which members of the public may ask to have various matters discussed. Is there any member of the public that wants to raise anything?
Cynthia Sampson.
Cynthia Sampson.
I'd like to ask about 26086. It says outline approval for access arrangement relating to the Primrose Cottage Blossom Lane dwelling. Do they need to ask us for access? Do we own part of? I couldn't understand from the plans, Chair, what we owned and what they owned.
We don't own anything there.
So why is it on here?
But the owners of one of the two cottages are asking for planning permission to provide an access point to ostensibly what's part of their garden.
It's Woodford. But it's Woodford, it's not.
No, it's Handforth.
It is in Handforth. It is in Handforth. It's a little lane that comes from Woodford.
I've seen that. Oh, that little
Yeah.
near where the punching dog is.
Yeah, I think it is there. Yeah.
Oh, that big house down back there.
Yeah. So it falls under.
It's well within our parish boundary. Well within.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it, so.
Right, I'm
I
not
know where it is
surprised.
now. You can, if you go across the big roundabout,
Right.
there's a lane on your right hand side.
Yeah.
Just before you get to the rugby club pointing dog and that little tiny roundabout.
It's next door to the punching dog.
Yeah, there's a tiny little lane. There's a
Yeah.
load of houses down it, and right at the very bottom is a great big farmhouse.
Right.
Because
It's not the field at the bottom is Cheshire. No, it's not.
it's
It's,
handful. Because the children on that lane are entitled to come to the Grange because it's within handful.
right.
Okay, just good to
It
know.
is well within Handforth.
Yeah, the bypass kind of cut before,
Yeah.
a bit after it's ours.
That's right.
I just struggled
Well,
trying to
Blossom
find
Lane,
out
then.
which bit.
Yeah,
It was very
It's
difficult,
blossoms.
it wasn't outlined,
Yes.
even on the Cheshire piece. And when we rang up, they didn't know anything about it, Cheshire.
Oh, gosh. Well, it's, they've submitted this planning application for our consideration.
I know.
So there we are.
Well,
Does that answer your question, Councillor Sampson?
It does, but I still am unsure as how we can enforce it.
Well, shall we wait until the discussion of that particular
Oh,
application?
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, fine,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Any other questions? No? Okay, so then we move on to agenda item 4 to approve and sign the minutes of the Planning and Environment Committee meeting of the 10th of March. I've inspected these minutes. I could find nothing wrong with them. Any other committee members wish to pass comment?
No queries.
Then I propose that these minutes are accepted. And all those in favour for accepting the minutes? Thank you. Which brings us then to agenda item 5. Which relates to an alternative advertisement. To consider planning application 260705 ADB advertisement consent for replacement of the historical wood advertisement with a smaller digital advertisement at 78 Winslow Road, Hanford. Anybody like to pass comment on this?
Haven't we discussed this one before?
We discussed a similar one.
Is it not the same one?
No, it's on the other end of the terrace.
It's coming up the hill out of,
Yeah, I can see it up the hill, but I thought that one, it's before, after the car park, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah, but on the end of the terrace, not the beginning of the terrace.
the site proposed for
Facing the
this.
pub,
No,
the other end.
the other end, where the new flats are at the Bull's Head, isn't it?
The site comprises the southwest facing gable wall at the end of a terrace of two-storey houses. This proposed advertisement will be smaller than the existing advertisement hoarding on that site. It will overlook the Cheshire East car park and Winslow Road. There haven't been any objections from neighbours. I would recommend that providing this new electronic sign doesn't contravene regulations as to size, luminosity and image transition, that we have no objection to it. It's going to be smaller than the existing wood and paper one that's
It's
there.
it's a digital one though, so it'll flash and shine and go on and off.
That was
Yeah.
my point. Is it one of these that roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only concern is with the new cycle path, the new cycle path and the restrictions on that road, whether it'll be a bit more distracting if it's lit up and flashing and, you know, one
Well,
of those big,
there are regulations about image transition on these things.
right,
So basically, Cheshire East got to look at it and say,
Yes.
yay or nay.
yeah,
I think you're right, by the way. I totally agree with you.
yeah,
But
because
they'll
there's
pass it,
one
won't
in,
they? They'll
there's
pass it.
one in Stockport down the A6 and at night, because it suddenly goes and changes to
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else, I've seen many a motorist
Yeah.
kind of break thinking, well, what was that? You know, not particularly at this time of year, but in the winter.
Yeah.
When it's quite dark, and it is quite a dark spot that before you kind of
Yep.
hit a traffic.
I don't think we've got any really,
No,
anything we
no.
can really object to. I think
That would
we
just,
need to leave the standards to Cheshire East.
Yeah.
It's
Just
just
we did
the
we agree to the other one that I was first getting confused with. About a month ago, we had the other one on the other gable end,
We did.
and we agreed to that, so we
Yeah.
can't neglect that one.
So I'd like to suggest that we say, providing that this new electronic advertisement does not contravene regulations as to size, luminosity and image transition, Town Council has no objection to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
okay, fine.
So I'll propose that.
Mhm.
Anybody willing to second it? Thank you. And all those in favour? Thank you. Oh, now we come to an interesting one. Agenda item 6, to consider planning application 260834 outline approval for access arrangements relating to erection of new dwelling, Primrose Cottage, Blossoms Lane, Woodford, Stockport.
Did we approve the dwelling?
The outline permission was granted for the dwelling, yes. I'd like to read out what I've written about this in view of Councillor Sampson's question. Travelling south on Blossoms Lane, Primrose Cottage is the penultimate house before the southern end of the lane. The applicants have outline planning permission to build a new detached house on land, allegedly part of their garden, immediately to the north-east. And the applicants are now applying for permission to create a level access point to the site with an area of hard standing for 2 cars. I'll continue then. A letter of objection has been received from the owner of the adjoining Bluebell Cottage, which is semi-detached properties, citing problems with mains water pressure, disposal of sewage, and the additional turning of vehicles. What you have to bear in mind is that this proposed access point and area of hard standing is to the northeast of Bluebell Cottage. So any additional turning of vehicles should not present a problem for Primrose Cottage, which is south. Furthermore, any septic tank associated with the new house could be constructed well away from Bluebell Cottage. And so I leave it for the committees to discuss. Oh, yeah, I should say one thing, and I should make this point very forcibly. The Town Council have noted that ownership of part of this site proposed for the new house, access point and hard standing, is strongly disputed by the owner of surrounding agricultural land. Ownership disputes are not within the remit of this committee or the planning committee of Cheshire East Council. To all intents and purposes, we could ignore the fact that there is an land ownership dispute going on.
I was going to make that point and say, I've noted that, but nothing we can get ourselves concerned with. It's
No,
not
yeah,
our.
it's just.
My concern is if we've given permission for the dwelling, can we really object to them
No.
making their own driveway so the cars can turn round? I mean, it's a dead end road as far as I'm aware.
It
It
is.
is.
Unless you go right the way down to the farmhouse, at the bottom, but even that's difficult to get
You
to.
need to do a 56-point turn to
Yeah.
get your car round facing the other
56, you
way.
sure not 57?
You would think the neighbours would be only too pleased to have an area of hard standing to reverse their cars round in. I have no
I'd like to make
objections.
the bold suggestion perhaps that the Town Council have no objection to this application for Outline Planning Permission, and that the Town Council have noted that ownership of part of the site is strongly disputed.
That's nothing to do with
But
us.
it's nothing to do with the plan.
No.
All right, then we can leave that off. Yeah,
Yeah.
quite happy. Right.
I've been through this.
We've been through it before, yeah.
So, Town Council have no objection to this application for Outline Planning Permission.
No.
I'll propose that. And all those in favour? Thank you. Which brings us to agenda item 7, to consider planning application 260860 VOC, variation of condition 3, approved plans on application 254247, house holder, 12 Burton Road, Hanforth. From reading this application, it seemed to me that the applicants wish to slightly increase the pitch of the roof on this property.
That's the way I understood it. Just to
Doesn't
move
matter.
the roof more over to the
Yeah.
Hanforth Town Centre. And it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think this increase in pitch is really a significant thing.
no,
No.
I think. So,
Probably.
Okay.
propose it.
good. I'll second it, or whatever. All those in favour? No objection? Thank you. Which brings us to agenda item 8, to consider planning application 260938, variation of condition 2, approved plans on 2528 full, proposed change of use of the private forecourt area fronting 109 to 111 Wilmslow Road to a covered outside eating and drinking area for the businesses. The proposal also includes some alterations to the front elevation of both properties, Palace Taverna Group Limited.
I can't find that. We've already got the glass there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm very confused with this.
Yeah,
What are they actually asking? Is they've already done the building?
No, it's next door, outside the bread shop. They own the two shops next
Yeah, I
door.
know. And they own Sue Balaki.
Yeah, that's what they want to extend in front of. You know, at the moment they've got tables outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
So
want
that's
to,
the bit they want to do. Why on earth do they do it when they do the build?
If you didn't know.
What?
You didn't know it was the last year.
they want to make it a bit like Galliano's and Marguerite's.
Mm.
You know, a covering. How much pavement do they want? Springs to mind.
Personally, I don't see how we can object to any of that because it's private land. It's land that is owned by, yes it is.
The pavement isn't.
Sorry,
It
what?
The pavement isn't.
It is.
No, I haven't finished.
Oh,
The land up to the pavement
Yeah.
belongs to the property.
yeah.
And therefore, provided they get planning permission, they can do anything they like on that piece of land. They can't go on the pavement, obviously, if they did, there'd be no way to get through. So
Define the pavement.
Sorry?
The pavement is that bit, edge of the road.
That's what they want to
Isn't
do.
there a gully to divide it?
No, they don't want to go up to the road.
No,
No, they want, you know, their building they've already built.
Yeah, that's
They
on their
want to
land.
go as far as that.
yes.
With a covered eating area.
Yeah, that's their land.
That's what I've thought it.
That's their land.
I just couldn't make head or tail of it. So
Yeah.
I don't see how we can possibly object. The other one went through and I can't see any issues with it anyway.
To be honest with you, aesthetically, it looked better
Yes.
than what it is.
Yeah,
Probably.
proposed to.
I mean, I must say, it's quite intrusive in that, you know, we're used to having all that space, but it's private land. I don't have any.
Walking down-
All right.
Walking
Yeah.
down the pavement becomes more and more a problem with a double buggy or a wheelchair.
Well, it is quite wide, that pavement there, but I don't know whether we'd have to look at moving some of the plants.
It possibly so, which we have done.
They've already moved the planters
We
to
know we
the
moved them.
existing
So I think we
building.
might
Yeah.
have to
we
move them
moved.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah, we moved them.
but even in front of the existing building, there's very little space.
But it is a required distance, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, whether you like it or not, that's the required
That is required.
size of path.
you would get a double buggy down there, but,
Yes, you would.
you know,
It would do, it would do.
just the wind, you'd be
If there's a double
It's
decker
tight,
bus
yeah.
on it.
The plan's quite.
My other concern is, what are those two pipes coming down from the building?
Well, they just run onto the
They go
pavement. don't they?
nowhere.
I know. We've got the same on our building, and I've always wondered why it's there, but it just takes the bit at the front of ours anyway, it's just like a little a roof, and then you've got the guttering, and then it goes down just onto the pavement. Now, I think when that pavement was done years and years ago, when the council did it, you know, they put all the new stuff in, I think they covered up the drain. I can't prove it, and I'm not going to dig the
Is it,
thing.
the pipe comes, it's not from the roof, there's the glass, and there's like flower beds inside. I got the impression it was the water, and then the excess water comes out and
I
down
see.
onto the footpath, freezes, it's a trip hazard.
I don't
Oh,
know.
right, okay, well,
I
perhaps we need to have a
That's
look
worth
at
a
that.
look, yeah.
I don't know.
I thought they came from the gutters.
No, they don't, come below the window,
Oh,
below the
right.
glass. I looked purposely, after you mentioned it,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, because I did wonder about an ice hazard.
Mm.
I have the plans in front of me. It seems that I've got a feeling this is already done.
The permanent building's done,
Yeah,
but it's next door they want to do.
I think I have a feeling that's done as well.
No, it's not.
No,
Is it
it's
not?
not.
No,
The chairs and
they've
tables
just
are
got
there.
tables and chairs out there.
Right. Well, the point I want to make is that if they carry on with extending the outside eating area, it doesn't significantly bite into the public footpath. Whereas, if you look at the number 105 Wilmslow Road, and I'm not sure what's on that corner, the public footpath
Yeah.
is virtually
Yeah.
ablated by the land owned by the property concerned.
Yeah.
It's virtually nothing there.
I do worry about the other buildings. At the moment, the good estate agent is kind of lost with the great big extension. And then by extending again, the other end of the row shops suffers the same problem. You know, you can't, you know, their footfall must be down because, you know, you can't see.
No.
I'd
Well,
like,
Marguerite's have done it, Galliano's have done it, Messe's done it.
But I don't think there's anything legally in
No.
terms of controlling plans and things that you can
No.
object to.
No,
And it's, again, it's private property.
I'd like to put another argument in that, I've always had the impression that, you know, you drive through Hanforth Centre and it looks a dump. I think Hanforth Centre is becoming to look alive and
Yeah.
possibly continental, if you like, with these outdoor eating areas. So I like to balance that against any.
The only thing that puts it off, Roger, is that damn eyesore on the corner.
Oh, well, now there's something happening there, Chris.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the company have gone bust. So we're going to see that site come up for sale fairly soon. But who knows what's going to go
Right.
in the place.
Right.
Messe were thinking of buying it for a coffee shop.
Oh,
I
Anyhow,
heard on the grapevine.
good.
we should push on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I would propose that we have no objection to this application. Does anybody care to second that? Thank you. And all those in favour of saying no objection?
Councillor Fogarty?
I object.
I favour, you object. Okay.
Before winding the business of this committee up, I want to point out that we could have considered yet another planning application tonight. And came to our attention, was it
Monday, yesterday, was it? It came through. Or-
late yesterday? And that's a proposal from, oh gosh, what's that?
Is it Messe?
Nothing.
Messe, yeah.
To build an outdoor eating area on the pavement which leads into Crossfield Road, i.e. opposite the post office. And some of the images of the proposal look most odd. And I think this is going to be quite an emotive application to deal with. And so I suggested that we did not consider it tonight, but at the next meeting.
Where's this, Roger?
Is it the back of Messe or on the corner?
Down the side,
The side.
Immediately opposite Spa,
on Crossfield Road.
On the pavement.
on the pavement.
They're gonna, they can't.
Well, that's
It's public right away.
Well,
It's a park, it's public park, isn't it?
Unless they're taking
Anyway.
down the
Anyway,
hovel at the
That's
back.
for discussion at the next meeting.
Next
It's
meeting,
a
yeah,
public
fine.
park.
Yeah.
So I propose that
There's a hovel at the back, whether they're thinking of hooking that.
this meeting be closed then at
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
19:37.
I didn't see that.